Hey friends, and welcome to another video blog entry. Today is Wednesday the 14th of May, and it has been a long time since I've last done one of these updates, so time to do some catching up. Um, Recovering slowly from the post-PAX sort of depression. Um, PAX, as you may be aware, Penny Arcade Expo is an enormous, huge gaming expo where you play games and you celebrate games and you spend time with people who love games. And it is absolutely the best thing in the entire world, but it is exhausting because all conventions are exhausting. You're just spending so much time at games, doing games, staying up till 1, 2 in the morning every night, getting up early in the morning. It's physically and mentally exhausting, especially if you're an introvert like myself, where hanging out with people can be exhausting under any circumstances. So, a lot of fun with PAX, but terribly draining. And then after PAX, there's the letdown of knowing that it's going to be an entire year until the next Penny Arcade Expo. Unless you can afford to go to Penny Arcade Expo Prime or Santa Fe or Australia, which I can't. I can only afford to go to East. So, PAX is over. But I had a terrific time at the Penny Arcade Expo this year. And my wife and I spent the entire time demoing games for our local game store, which was absolutely what we wanted to do. It's pretty much the same thing we did last year. Didn't go to very many panels. Didn't spend much time on the actual show floor because the show floor is crazy. But spent a lot of time hanging out with people and playing games. And, what more can you ask for? Played a lot of Netrunner, which is a fantastic game. If you haven't checked it out, I totally recommend it. Um, just It's a asynchronous cyberpunk game of espionage. How can you get any better than that? You play either a corporation trying to protect your corporate secrets and interests, or a runner trying to steal them. And I love it so much. You can play it right out of the box, but you can also buy expansions and build your own special decks. So I mostly played the base set, but I did buy a whole bunch of expansions, and I'm looking forward to building some decks for that. And I played that all of Saturday. Played a lot of Seven Wonders, bought a couple of the expansions for that. Seven Wonders, very fun sort of drafting game where you build a civilization and try and score more points than your opponents. Um, and my wife played some Star Wars X-Wing minis. We bought a whole bunch of Star Wars X-Wing minis. We bought a whole bunch of the Star Trek minis, which are basically the same but made by a different company, and they licensed the combat system of the Star Wars X-Wing minis, so it plays basically the same. Um, so much fun with PAX, and so sad that it is over now. But I'm going to get back into recording these blog posts because it's been a very long time since I've done that. Talk more about video gaming and board gaming. I got back into D&D this week. The D&D game day was on Saturday. It's an opportunity to play with the new rules, 5th edition D&D Next, and I had an enormous amount of fun with that. I really am totally into the new 5th edition rules. They've simplified a lot of things, made it much more easy to play, easy to get into. It's all about telling the story and being a hero, and less about meticulous positioning of figures and stuff like that. So I'm having an enormous amount of fun with that. And I'm really looking forward to running my own D&D Next campaign, so I'm going to be trying to do that in the near future. Hopefully, blog about it. Talk a little bit about my campaign, talk a little bit about running a D&D campaign, or at least how I want to be able to do it. Of course, I'm not a DM, or I haven't run a campaign in 20 years, but I'm looking forward to trying it again. And I downloaded the module that has all the D&D Next rules for the playtest. Looking forward to getting the D&D Next starter kit, which they have released a release date for, but it's not out yet at the time of this recording. Anyways, D&D, Magic, enormously enjoying Nyx, Journey to into Next Week, which is the most recent Magic release. It's the third part of the Theros block, and in my opinion, the most fun. I'm loving Nyx. I've only drafted it once, and I didn't really concentrate on any of the Nyx things, but I did pretty well. Played 3-1 in my first Nyx draft, and I'm hoping to finally get an undefeated someday. We'll see. Anyways, I'm happy to be blogging again. I hope you guys are enjoying watching it, and I'll see you next week.